Marcus Gray drops to his knees before the ink is even dry. The carpet in the boardroom costs more than the rent Isabella Walker once could not pay, and now his palms press into it as if he can pray his way back into her mercy. The skyline outside the glass walls looks like it is holding its breath. A storm broods over Manhattan, low clouds turning the Hudson the color of lead. The signing table is set like a courtroom altar. Contracts sit in neat stacks. A silver pen waits beside a $1 bill, taped to the top page like a cruel joke. Isabella stands at the head of the table in a charcoal suit that fits like armor. Her hair is pulled back, clean and sharp. Behind her, her team forms a quiet wall, lawyers, analysts, security, all watching Marcus the way people watch a man on the edge of a ledge. He looks up at her, eyes red, voice cracking. Isabella, please. I am begging you. For Leo. He cannot grow up without his father. His hands reach for her, not her heart, but her leg, the fabric of her suit. He grabs and clings, desperate, messy, shameless. A few of his own executives stand frozen near the door, faces pale, afraid to move. They have seen him confident, charming, reckless. They have never seen him like this. Isabella does not step back. She looks down at his fingers, then at his face, then at the contracts in front of her. She exhales once, slow and steady. You are using our son as a shield, she says. Marcus shakes his head too fast. No, no. I love him. I love you. I made a mistake. I was blinded. We can fix this. I will sign anything. I will do anything. Isabella gestures to the papers. You already did sign anything. 3 years ago. Her lead counsel slides a folder across the table. The cover page reads divorce agreement. The signature at the bottom is Isabella's, written in a hand that once trembled. Marcus stares at the folder and flinches, as if it burns. Isabella picks up that folder, then lifts the takeover agreement beside it. 2 stacks. 2 knives. Do you remember the night you brought this to the maternity center? She asks, voice calm, nearly gentle. Do you remember what you said to me while Leo slept beside me? Marcus swallows hard. His throat works. He does not answer. Isabella leans forward, close enough that only he can hear the edge in her softness. You told me I was dead weight. You told me I should be grateful you were not leaving me on the street. You told me I did not deserve your last name. She straightens. Her eyes harden, cold as the steel beams in the city below. Then she tears. Paper rips loudly in the silent room. The sound lands like a gavel. 1 tear, then another. She splits the takeover agreement clean down the middle, then does the same to the divorce agreement. She keeps ripping until both documents are shredded into useless white strips. Marcus's mouth hangs open. His breath turns ragged. The shreds fall onto his head, onto his shoulders, onto his suit like dirty snow. His hands loosen on her leg. He stares up at her as if he is watching a stranger. You cannot do this. He whispers. Isabella tilts her head. I already did. She turns to her counsel. Execute the acquisition under the amended terms. File the civil complaint today. I want the court to see every transfer, every hidden account, every dollar you stole from our marriage. Marcus lurches, trying to stand. Isabella, please. I was under pressure. Sophia pushed me. She promised the resources. I was trying to save the company. Isabella gives him one look that strips away the last excuse. You did not try to save the company, she says. You tried to buy a crown with my blood. Someone in her team, a young analyst, places a tablet in front of her. Market graphs move like heartbeat lines. Marcus's stock has already slipped. Word of the deal has leaked. Isabella signs a single page, not the original agreement, but a set of motions and filings prepared for this moment. She does not need the silver pen. She uses her own. Marcus reaches out again, his voice rising. Leo needs me. He asks about me. Do you want him to hate you one day for keeping me away? Isabella pauses. The room stills. Even her security shifts, ready. She looks at Marcus and speaks with a clarity that cuts deeper than shouting. Leo will not hate me for protecting him. She says. He will learn what justice looks like. He will learn that love without respect is not love. And he will learn that a man who abandons his family does not get to crawl back when his empire collapses. Marcus trembles. Tears spill, humiliating. He tries one last tactic, softer, more intimate, like a man remembering how to charm. "We were happy once," he says. Isabella does not blink. "We were real once," he says, voice shaking. "Do you feel nothing?" Isabella glances toward the window where the city stretches endless and indifferent. For a fraction of a second, her gaze flickers, not with pity for him, but with memory for herself. The woman she used to be. The woman who begged. Then the flicker is gone. "I feel something," she says. Relief. She steps around him without touching him. Her heels click once, twice, measured. Her team parts. She walks to the door as if leaving a meeting she has already won. Behind her, Marcus collapses back onto the carpet. "Isabella." He chokes out. "If you do this, you will destroy me." She stops with her hand on the door handle. She looks back just once. "Marcus," she says. "You destroyed yourself the day you threw a newborn and his mother out into the winter. This is not destruction. This is collection." She opens the door. And the queen walks out. 3 years earlier, Isabella still believes marriage means something. She is 27 days postpartum, staying at a private recovery center paid for by Marcus, a place with fresh flowers in the lobby and nurses who speak in gentle tones. Her body aches. Her stitches pull. Her milk comes in like fire. She sleeps in short, broken pieces, always listening for Leo. That morning, Leo finally sleeps more than an hour. Isabella sits by the window with a cup of warm broth, watching snow drift past the glass. She thinks about the future, about family photos, about birthdays, about Marcus holding Leo and smiling. Then the door opens without a knock. Marcus walks in with a lawyer behind him. The lawyer is polite, stiff, the type who says sorry with his eyes while handing you a blade. Marcus does not look at Leo. He does not look at the bassinet. He looks only at Isabella as if she is a balance sheet. "Sign this," Marcus says. Isabella stares. "What is that?" "Divorce papers," Marcus says, flat and efficient. "It is done. Sophia and I are getting married. Her family is giving me access to capital. It is the only way to scale the company. You understand business, you used to. Do not make this complicated." Isabella feels like the room tilts. She laughs once, a sound that does not belong to her. "You are joking." Marcus's eyes stay cold. "No." The lawyer sets the papers on a side table and offers a pen. His hand is steady. He has done this before. Isabella's hands shake. "I just had your child. I am still bleeding." Marcus shrugs. "You will be fine. You can recover somewhere else." Isabella looks at him and searches for the man she married. She tries to find the warmth, the late-night talks, the promises. She finds nothing. "Why?" she whispers. Marcus sighs as if she is slow. "Because Sophia can give me what you cannot. Connections, money, status. You were useful when we were building. Now you are a liability." Isabella's throat tightens. "I gave up my job for you. I put my savings into the first prototype. I worked nights while you pitched to investors." Marcus leans in. His voice drops, calm, cruel. "And now you are a mother. You cannot be in the trenches. You cannot be in meetings. You cannot keep up. Do not pretend you are still the same." Isabella turns toward Leo. His tiny chest rises and falls. His mouth makes a soft shape in sleep. She cannot let herself break in front of him. "You are cheating on me," she says, the words tasting like metal. Marcus does not deny it. He glances at his watch. "Sign," he repeats. Isabella looks at the first page. The terms are a massacre. She gets no equity. No spousal support. No claim to the company she helped build. A small apartment lease, 3 months paid. A one-time payment that would not cover a single year of diapers. Her vision blurs. This is stealing. Marcus's voice sharpens. "It is protection. Sophia's family will not move forward if you have any claim. They want clean ownership." Isabella looks up. "So you are selling me?" Marcus lifts his chin. "I am choosing the future." Isabella grips the edge of the chair. Her ribs feel like they are caving in. She wants to scream, but the nurses are outside, and Leo is sleeping. At least wait. She pleads. Let me heal. Let me go home. Let us talk. Marcus's mouth twists, annoyed. You are emotional. I do not have time. You can take the apartment. It is in Queens. It is safe enough. Queens. Not home. Not the brownstone they once shared. Not the life she built. The lawyer clears his throat softly. Mrs. Walker, I advise you to sign. It will be easier. Isabella flinches at the name. Mrs. Walker. A title that is already being stripped away. She stands, slow. Pain pulls through her abdomen. She takes one step toward Marcus. Look at him. She says. Just look at your son. Marcus glances once, quick, like checking an item off a list. His eyes do not soften. Leo will be fine. He says. Sophia likes kids. Isabella feels her heart stop, then restart with rage. You are not a father. She says, voice shaking. You are a stranger. Marcus steps back as if her words smell bad. Do not be dramatic. Isabella reaches for the papers and rips the first page in half. The lawyer gasps. Marcus's face hardens. You will regret that. Marcus says. Isabella lifts her chin. I will not sign myself into poverty because you want to marry money. Marcus's eyes narrow. Then you leave with nothing. I will make sure of it. Isabella trembles, but she does not fold. Try. She says. Marcus makes a call in front of her, speaking like he is ordering lunch. Cancel her cards. He says. Freeze any joint accounts. Change the locks. Tell security she is not allowed in the building. Isabella feels the blood drain from her face. She sways. Marcus does not catch her. The lawyer gathers the torn papers with an expression that says the fight is over, even if Isabella has not accepted it. Pack your things. Marcus says. You have 2 hours. The driver will take you and the baby to the apartment. After that, do not contact me unless it is through my attorney. Isabella looks at Leo, then at Marcus. How can you do this? She whispers. Marcus answers with the final truth. Because you do not matter to me anymore. 2 hours later, Isabella holds Leo against her chest while a driver loads her suitcases. Snow bites her cheeks. The cold burns her lungs. The city feels too big and too bright for the grief in her body. When the car pulls away from the recovery center, she watches the doors shrink, then vanish. Her phone buzzes with alerts. Card declined. Card declined. Card declined. She stares out at the gray streets and realizes she does not have a home. She has a baby. And she has a choice. She can die quietly. Or she can live hard enough to make the world regret what it did to her. The apartment in Queens smells like old cooking oil and damp drywall. Isabella carries Leo up 3 flights of stairs because the elevator is broken. Her arms shake. Her body is still healing. Leo cries, hungry, confused by the new air, the new silence. Inside, the heat sputters. The fridge is empty. The window frame leaks cold wind. She sits on the floor with Leo in her lap, rocking him, whispering. It is okay. She says, though she does not know if it is. The first week is a blur of survival. She sells her wedding ring online. The buyer meets her in a parking lot and hands her cash without meeting her eyes. She buys formula, diapers, and a small space heater. She applies for jobs and gets rejected because she has a newborn. She takes shifts at a diner, leaving Leo with a neighbor she barely knows. She cleans offices at night, pushing a mop across floors that shine like the boardroom carpet Marcus once knelt on. She translates documents online when Leo sleeps, her laptop balanced on a cracked table. She does not cry often. Crying takes energy. She saves her energy. Then Leo gets sick. His tiny body burns with fever. His cry turns thin and weak. Isabella wraps him in blankets and rushes to a hospital, waiting for hours under fluorescent lights that make everyone look exhausted. When the nurse finally calls her name, Isabella steps forward, then freezes. Insurance. The clerk says. Isabella hands over her card. It is declined. Payment up front. The clerk says, "We can do a deposit." Isabella swallows. Her hands shake as she opens her wallet. She counts bills, then realizes she does not have enough. Not for the deposit. Not for the medicine. Not for anything. Leo whimpers against her chest. Isabella's vision blurs. The hallway spins. She presses her forehead against the wall and tries to breathe. "Please," she says, voice breaking. "He is a baby." The clerk's face softens just a little. "I am sorry. I do not make the rules." Isabella slides down the wall to sit on the floor. She holds Leo and finally lets the tears come, silent, shaking, ashamed. A shadow falls across her. A man in a dark coat stands nearby, watching, not with pity, but with a sharp kind of recognition. "Isabella Walker," he says. Isabella looks up. Her eyes are swollen. She wipes her face with the back of her hand. "Who are you?" she asks. The man steps closer. He is older, in his 50s, hair silver at the temples, posture straight like someone used to command. His eyes are clear and steady. "My name is Arthur King," he says. "I knew your father." Isabella's breath catches. Her father died when she was in college. He was a firefighter, a man of quiet courage, the kind who ran toward danger without needing applause. "I do not understand," Isabella whispers. Arthur kneels beside her, his coat brushing the hospital floor without care. "Your father saved my life," Arthur says. "A long time ago. He pulled me out of a burning car when everyone else froze. I never forgot his name." Isabella's throat tightens. "That was him." Arthur looks at Leo, then back at Isabella. "And now I find his daughter on a hospital floor, begging for her child." Isabella tries to stand. Pride flares, weak and useless. "I can handle it," she says, but her voice betrays her. Arthur pulls out a card, then sets it on the counter. "Run the deposit," he tells the clerk. The clerk blinks, then types. The payment goes through. Isabella stares. "You do not have to do that." Arthur lifts a hand. "Do not thank me yet. Let us get your son treated first." Minutes later, Leo is taken to a pediatric room. The doctor says it is a viral infection. They give fluids, medication, instructions. Leo sleeps at last, his breath easing. Isabella sits beside the bed, exhausted, staring at her son's small fingers. Arthur sits in the chair across from her as if he belongs there. "You have his eyes," Arthur says. Isabella shakes her head. "Do not talk about that. It hurts." Arthur nods once, accepting. Then he leans forward. "Your father used to tell me you were gifted," he says. "He said you could read numbers like music. He said you had a mind that could build and protect." Isabella laughs without humor. "That mind is mopping floors." Arthur's gaze sharpens. "It does not have to." Isabella looks at him, wary. "What do you want?" Arthur smiles slightly. "I want to pay my debt, not with charity, with opportunity." He opens a folder, thick with printed pages, business plans, charts, research. Isabella recognizes the language. It is the language she used to speak. Markets. Margins. Growth. Risk. "I have been watching a space that is about to explode," Arthur says. "Cross-border e-commerce, logistics tech, payment optimization. You can build a vehicle and ride the wave. You can do it fast if you have capital and guidance." Isabella's heart pounds. "I do not have time," she says. "I have a baby. I have no safety net. I cannot gamble." Arthur points at the sleeping child. "You are already gambling. Every day you survive with nothing. At least gamble on something that can change the odds." Isabella swallows. She thinks of Marcus's cold face. She thinks of Sophia's smug smile, the photos that leaked on social media, Marcus in a tuxedo with a new bride while Isabella warmed broth in a cracked bowl. Her fingers curl into a fist. "What do you get out of it?" she asks. Arthur answers without flinching. "I get to honor a man who saved me. I get to invest in someone I believe will win. And I get to watch you refuse to be buried." Isabella's eyes burn. Not with tears now, but with something else. "What is the catch?" she asks. Arthur taps the folder. You work harder than you have ever worked. You learn what you do not know. You stop seeing yourself as a victim. And you promise me one thing. Isabella holds his gaze. What? Arthur's voice is quiet, heavy. Do not let rage turn you into the same kind of person who hurt you. He says. Let it make you sharp, not cruel. Isabella looks down at Leo. For a moment, she sees the path split in front of her. One path is survival, small and endless. The other is power. She lifts her head. I will take the opportunity, she says. Arthur's eyes soften. Good. Isabella exhales, long and steady. Outside the hospital window, the city lights tremble like stars. Inside, a single mother grips the first seed of fire and decides to grow it into a blaze that will reach all the way to Wall Street. Isabella rebuilds herself the way she rebuilds companies, one hard decision at a time. Arthur does not hand her a fortune and walk away. He gives her staged seed funding, access to mentors, and introductions to operators who can turn plans into systems. He watches her work and corrects her when emotion threatens to derail her. The first office is not a tower. It is a rented room above a dry cleaner in Long Island City. The carpet is thin. The ceiling fan squeaks. The only view is a brick wall. Isabella does not care. She brings Leo with her. She sets up a playpen in the corner. She takes calls while bouncing him on her knee. When he naps, she builds models and spreadsheets, mapping shipping costs, payment failure rates, customer acquisition, churn. Her brain wakes up again, hungry, alive. Arthur visits once a week. Why this supplier? He asks. Because they are cheap. Isabella answers. Arthur shakes his head. Cheap is not a strategy. Reliability is. If you cannot ship on time, you are dead. Isabella adjusts. She learns. She negotiates. She refuses to be intimidated. She hires her first employee, a sharp operations manager named Dana. Dana is skeptical at first, looking at the tiny office and the baby in the corner. You are serious, Dana says. I am relentless, Isabella answers. Then 2 engineers. Then a finance lead. Then customer support. The room above the dry cleaner turns into a humming machine. Walker Meridian starts as a cross-border commerce optimization platform. It uses data to predict demand and reduce shipping delays. It helps brands expand without being crushed by hidden fees. Isabella makes it sound simple and pitches. It is not simple. It is brutal. She sleeps 4 hours a night. When Leo cries at 2 in the morning, she gets up. When a shipment gets stuck at a port, she makes calls until it moves. Success comes in steps, not fireworks. A small contract. A partnership. A feature in the finance press. A call from a bigger investor. Then a major shift. Isabella buys a tiny analytics startup and folds its tech into her platform. She places bets on early-stage founders with desperate hunger. One of those bets turns into a public offering and Isabella's stake becomes a fortune. Headlines call her an overnight success. Overnight was 3 years of bleeding and building. When she finally moves into a penthouse office in Midtown, she stands at the window and looks down at the city. This time, it is not a brick wall. It is the whole world. She calls Arthur. It is time, she says. Arthur is quiet on the other end. If you are going to take him down, he says, do it clean, do it with evidence, do it with structure. Isabella looks at the folder on her desk. Inside are documents she has been collecting for 3 years. Bank transfers, emails, proof of hidden accounts, proof of Marcus moving money out of their joint business while she was pregnant, proof of false financial statements in his company. Isabella closes the folder. I will not make mistakes, she says. She hangs up and opens a new file on her computer. Target Greystone Tech. And she begins to plan the collapse of the man who once thought she was nothing. Marcus does not realize he is being hunted until he is already bleeding. Greystone Tech has always been fragile. It grew fast on hype, burning cash, promising innovation it could not fully deliver. Marcus kept it alive by charming investors and dodging hard truths. Sophia Green, now Sophia Gray, brought money at the start. Her family opened doors. Their wedding was a glossy spectacle. Photos of Sophia in a diamond crown flooded social media. Marcus smiled like a king. Behind the photos, the numbers rotted. A key client leaves after delays. A supplier demands payment up front. The board starts asking questions. Marcus talks louder, laughs harder, and signs riskier deals. Then Isabella moves. First, she calls Marcus's core team, not directly, but through recruiters and quiet conversations. She does not threaten. She offers clarity. One by one, his best people accept her offers. His chief technology officer resigns on a Friday afternoon. 2 lead engineers quit the next week. A product manager walks out after lunch and never comes back. Marcus stands in the open office, watching desks empty like a tide pulling away. What is happening? He snaps. His remaining staff avoids his eyes. A junior developer whispers, "They are going to Walker Meridian." Marcus laughs, sharp and fake. "They are traitors. Let them go. We will replace them." But replacement takes time, and time is what he no longer has. Isabella moves to the second step. She speaks with partners who once loved Marcus's pitch. She does not ask them to abandon him. She offers them a better deal, a safer deal, a deal backed by systems not charm. They switch. A manufacturing contract is cancelled. A distribution channel dries up. A marketing partnership falls apart. Marcus's revenue forecast collapses. Then the third step hits like a fist. Isabella's team publishes a forensic report about Greystone Tech, a report compiled with public data and careful language. It outlines inconsistencies in revenue recognition, suspicious accounting practices, and a pattern of aggressive projections that do not match delivered product. The report goes viral in the finance world. Investors panic. The stock drops. Marcus sits in his office, staring at the red numbers on his screen. "This is a hit job," he says, voice shaking. "It is sabotage." Sophia stands by the door in a silk dress, arms crossed. "You said you had this," she says. Marcus snaps. "Do not start." Sophia rolls her eyes. "You are losing because you are not as smart as you think you are." Marcus stands, furious. "Your family promised support." Sophia laughs. "My family does not fund failures." Marcus feels heat rise to his face. "I did everything for you." Sophia steps closer, her voice low and sharp. "You did everything for yourself. You threw away a loyal woman to marry a name. Now the name is tired of you." Marcus slams his fist on the desk. "You are my wife." Sophia shrugs. "For now." In the following days, Marcus calls every investor he knows. He begs. He offers equity. He offers control. He offers promises. They all say no. Someone finally tells him the truth in a whisper. It is Isabella Walker. The investor says, "She is blocking you. No one wants to be on the wrong side of her." Marcus's stomach drops. He calls Isabella. The first time, she does not pick up. The second time, she answers with silence, letting him speak first. "Isabella," Marcus says, trying to sound calm. "We need to talk." Isabella's voice is smooth. "We are talking. You are attacking my company," Marcus says. Isabella pauses. "Your company attacks itself. I am simply removing the bandages." Marcus grips the phone. "Why?" "Because you are bitter." Isabella laughs once. "Because you stole from me." Marcus's tone shifts. He tries soft again. "I made mistakes. You know I did. But I never wanted you to suffer." Isabella answers, crisp. "Then you should not have made suffering the price of your ambition." Marcus swallows. "What do you want?" Isabella's voice lowers. "I want what you took. I want what you hid. I want you to face consequences." Marcus whispers. "We have a child." Isabella answers with a calm that terrifies him. "We do," she says. "And that is why I waited. I needed Leo safe. I needed my foundation unbreakable. Now I am ready." Marcus hangs up, trembling. Sophia watches him. "Was that her?" Marcus nods. Sophia picks up her purse. "I am done." Marcus steps forward. "What?" Sophia tosses a folder onto his desk. Divorce papers. You cannot leave. Marcus says. Sophia smiles cold. Watch me. Marcus grabs her wrist. Without you I am finished. Sophia yanks her arm back. Then you should have thought of that before you married me for my family. Your little queen is taking your kingdom. I am not staying to drown with you. She walks out. Marcus stands alone, the office lights buzzing above him, the silence loud. He stares at the divorce papers. He stares at the stock chart. He stares at the calendar and realizes payroll is due in 9 days. His breathing turns shallow. He thinks of Leo, a child he has never held for more than a minute. He thinks of Isabella, a woman he once told did not matter. Now she matters more than anyone. Desperation becomes a new kind of courage. Or a new kind of madness. Marcus chooses madness. That night, he drives to Midtown and parks in a garage beneath Isabella's building. He wears a cap pulled low. He holds a stolen access badge, bought from a contractor he bribed. He steps into the elevator and rides up, heart hammering. If he cannot win by business, he will win by threat. He will take something she cannot replace. He will take Leo. And he will force the queen to kneel. Marcus makes it past the lobby because money still opens doors for men who look confident. But Isabella has learned what confidence hides. 2 weeks earlier, Arthur warned her. Desperate people do stupid things. He said. Isabella listened. She increased security around Leo. She placed guards near his preschool. She installed cameras at every entrance. She did not tell Leo, because he is 3 and deserves to laugh. So when Marcus slips into the garage and reaches the elevator, a camera catches his face. An alert pings to Isabella's security team. By the time Marcus steps onto the floor, 2 guards are already moving. Marcus walks fast, scanning, trying to look like he belongs. He finds the door to Isabella's office suite and uses the stolen badge. The lock clicks. Then a voice behind him says, "Stop." Marcus spins. 2 security officers stand with calm posture, hands ready. Marcus raises his hands, pretending innocence. "I am here to see Isabella. We have personal matters." One officer answers flat. "You are not authorized." Marcus's panic flares. He reaches into his pocket and shows a sharp metal tool, just enough to threaten. "Move." He snarls. A third voice speaks from the end of the hallway. "Marcus." Isabella steps into view. She wears a black coat. Her expression is calm. Behind her, a lawyer stands ready. "You knew." Marcus says. "I assumed you would try something stupid." Isabella answers. "You never disappoint." Marcus's voice cracks. "You are destroying me." Sophia left. "The board is suing. I cannot breathe." Isabella stops a few feet away. "You should try the hospital hallway. It builds character." Marcus flinches, then rage replaces fear. "You are doing this because you want revenge." He spits. "I want accountability," Isabella says. Marcus lifts his chin. "Do you want Leo to grow up without a father?" Isabella answers, steady. "I am not taking you away. The law is." Marcus lunges forward, desperate, trying to grab her. The guards move. They pin him to the wall. The tool falls to the carpet with a dull clink. Isabella looks at her lawyer. "Call the police," she says. "Report an attempted kidnapping and unauthorized entry. Submit the footage." The police arrive within minutes. Marcus is cuffed and led away. His voice echoes down the hallway. "Isabella, please, please, I will change." Isabella does not answer. Weeks pass. The case moves fast because evidence is clean. The attempted kidnapping charge is supported by messages Marcus sent to a private investigator asking about Leo's schedule. The unauthorized entry is supported by the badge purchase, captured on camera. The fraud investigation is supported by documents Isabella's team already compiled and sent to regulators. On the day of sentencing, Isabella sits in the back of the courtroom with Arthur beside her. Leo stays with a caregiver. He is too young to see his father in chains. Marcus turns and looks at Isabella as if she is the only person in the room. "I loved you," he says, voice breaking. Isabella meets his gaze. You loved what I gave you. She says. You did not love me. The judge delivers the sentence. 3 years in prison plus penalties for fraud and defamation. Civil suits follow. Assets are seized. Accounts are frozen. Outside the courthouse, reporters gather. Cameras flash. A reporter calls. Isabella, do you forgive him? Isabella pauses, just long enough for the microphones to lean in. I do not live my life by forgiveness, she says. I live it by boundaries. That night, she sits on the floor with Leo. He builds a tower of blocks and laughs when it falls. Mom, he says, proud. Big. Isabella smiles, voice soft. Yes, big. She kisses his forehead and holds him close. She does not need Marcus to kneel again. She has already stood up.
Thanks for watching. Follow for more romance stories.